What's up, Chaney Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com. Week 5 player profiles from Hackett's. Cannot thank Dan Hackett enough for all he does for the Chaney Cowboys. Each and every week, I watch them get that quality food that they have here. Stop on down anytime you can. Going to get into a pretty big football game on the west side Friday night. Canfield Cardinals will invade Rand Stadium to face the Chaney Cowboys. We'll have that game for you on YSNLive.com, 7 o'clock Friday night. Looking forward to that. Senior player profiles, once again, proud to be joined by Rolando Bruno and LeBron Donlow. All right, let's talk LeBron Donlow. Picks or a touchdown reception last week. Talk about that a little bit. Speak up so they can hear you.
It was crazy I didn't think I was going to get the ball for him. He really threw a good ball. Like, he led me perfect everything.
So you go into that game. Let's go off of that game, LeBron. Rand Stadium, new turf, first game, a pretty good crowd. How exciting was that for you guys as seniors to step on that new turf and represent the West Side?
Man, it's crazy for people loud. They had their fans there too.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
How impressed was Marlington? That's a team that's was 0-3, but that's a pretty good football program. Talk about them last week and what you feel you need this football team to improve on.
They shocked me for real. I feel like we got to come out more fast.
First play, I want to say, a kick return for – that's not a good start. Coach Antrim was not happy with the start of that game.
I feel like I could have made that tackle. I probably got to improve some too.
I love to hear that. That's called being a teammate for sure, no doubt. Offensive line, Rolando. I talk with Coach Antrim all the time. How good could this offensive line be?
Offensive line can take it to state. We stay together.
What is the key for you? You have so many dynamic guys that can get the football. As an offensive line group, with the schedule you played, 4-0 going into this Canfield game, what's one of the things you think this offensive line needs to improve on?
We just need to stay to our key assignments and then bump off the blocks when we have to.
Let's talk about your offensive coaches a little bit. Offensive line coach for you is who?
Coach Toth.
Let's talk about Coach Toth. I know Coach Toth very well. I'm going to give him a shout out. One of the best offensive line coaches, done a long time. How important is he for you guys?
Oh, great. He make us work as a unit, and he just make us how to block better.
All right, so I want to ask you this because I get to do these every week, and I love doing them because, like, Hewlett and all these guys, Austin, touchdown boy over here gets his touchdown. They all get the props, the love, the glamour, the media. Good football teams can't win without line of scrimmage. Is that safe to say in a big offensive lineman?
Yeah, that's very safe to say.
That's fun to say for you, isn't it? I can tell by the excitement in your voice. When I say Canfield Cardinals, what comes to your mind?
Get back season, payback.
Payback season. Yeah. Go back to that. You played them last year at Canfield. LeBron, same thing for you. I'll get to both of you. That was a rough game for you guys. Probably one of the rougher games I would probably say you played all year. When you go back and you're seniors now and you watch that and you do those things, is there something that you take or learn from last year's game?
Yeah, it's personal.
Personal?
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think that two good football teams in Division III, from a YSN stand, are two of the best football teams in Division III. It's an opportunity for both teams to set the stage and play. How excited are you for a big environment tomorrow, Friday night? Oh, yeah, it's tomorrow night. Today is Thursday. I think this place will be packed. We will have it on YSN, no doubt. We will have a big turnout on our network watching. A lot of people want to watch this football game. How excited are you for this game to take place?
I'm really excited. I feel like first 4 games, like, I don't think they was like, we can't feel it. I feel like this is a big game for me. I feel like we got a lot to prove to the city.
Rolando?
I just feel like the first 4 games was simple, and just like our first real big opportunity to get a big game under our belt.
Okay, so I want to ask you both this, and you've answered it great. Big game, yes, no doubt. But this is just me saying, as being involved for what we do and knowing Coach and his staff and being no game's bigger than the next. It's week 5. Let's be honest. It's possibly could be a rematch somewhere down the road with 16 teams and the way they shape out. How important is it for you to see your crowd support you guys tomorrow night at your home stadium?
Oh, it's important because we feed off the crowd, off the energy. So when they're there, we play harder.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, I feel like the crowd made me play better.
I'm
a chappy guy too, so like I like talking.
It's hard to believe you're a chappy guy.
For real.
You should like talking.
Like,
but I want to ask you. I want to ask you about this because I do these a lot and I ask a lot of kids a lot. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
You do?
I hear my mom every game. That's crazy.
All right, let's talk about your family. That's a perfect segment. Talk about your family and what they mean to you. Give them a little shout out here on YSM.
Shout out my brother Jalen. He in JUCO college right now.
Okay.
Shout out
what JUCO college is he at?
Minnesota.
Okay. Pretty good football player.
Yeah, Rochester.
Yep.
Shout out my mom, my dad, man. They come to every game, support me. She makes sure I hear every game too.
Well, that's again. I'm 55 years old. I say this every week. I'm still a mama's boy. That's what moms do. They take care of their kids. So you hear that.
Yeah. And then I got 2 twins. I got 2 kids. I see them in the crowd every game. It made me just want to play better. It made me want to look good.
Well, that's exciting. That is on my end of it, what it's all about, what it is to hear. Do you know where they're sitting?
Yeah.
You do?
My mom, yeah.
Do you make contact with them at pregame and say, all right, they're here. It's all good?
I try to wave or something.
Okay. Well, don't wave too much. It's a big game tomorrow. Make sure you get all that in by like 6:15. How about you, family?
Yeah, I got my mom, my 2 older brothers. My mom usually at the game when she's there. I usually hear her.
And you know where she's sitting at too. All right, shout out to both moms, both families. All you do for the Chaney Cowboys. They love what you do. Your brother.
Yeah.
What kind of help is he during game time?
Man, he texts me every game. He texts me after the game, before the game.
Is it tough love? Is it you? Yeah, I mean, what kind of love we got here with your brother? Because he was a very good football player.
It's both. If I ain't doing good, he gonna tell me. If I'm doing good, he gonna make sure he tell me.
Oh, that's
make sure he hype me up every game.
Awesome. Your family, your brothers, do you talk a lot of football with them or no?
No, not really. My older brother's more like a basketball guy.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with basketball. My jumper's pretty good too, by the way. We'll get into that at another time. You look at Canfield. Brock Lowry's a good player. I've interviewed him, a leader. I look at your quarterback as the same way. As a sophomore, I talked with Coach about this. I look at Michael as Matt. I'm sorry. I always want to say Michael. Matt. I'm sorry, Matt. I always want to say he reminds me a little bit of Brock when Brock was a sophomore. Talk about Matt and his progress for a senior talented football team.
Man, he's still growing, but like I feel like he could be a good player for us, big player for us, man. I feel like if he get his mind right and he want to win, I feel like we're gonna win a lot of games this year.
I just feel like he's versatile. He can throw the ball. He can run it.
How is he in the huddle? I mean, he's a sophomore. He has to lead a bunch of seniors. How is he in the huddle?
He's like he makes sure he take advantage of it. He makes sure he know what he's doing.
It's a sign of a good quarterback, right?
Yeah.
With Rolando Bruno and LeBron Donlow, player profile sponsored by Hackett's. Cannot thank them enough for all they do. Canfield Nation's coming to Rand Stadium. Friday night, we'll have it for you on ysnlive.com at 7 o'clock. I know you guys have been around. We play rapid fire.
Yeah.
No wrong answers. I'm going to put some tough ones on you because we got a few new folks here tonight at Hackett's. Next week, I'm going to put a challenge out. Need this place packed. They're going to be a team called, I want to say, the Ursuline Irish, and Coach Dodson is a former Irishman that's got a state championship under his belt. Would love to see a great crowd at Hackett's. I know Dan would appreciate it. Be another great show. All right, so when I say assistant coach Brandon Dodson, the first word that comes to your mind?
I don't know.
That's a good answer. Having someone that played as much as he did, the career as he had, how big is a help is that for you guys to have?
He's tough on us, but he's a good coach.
Okay,
Yeah.
So let's just say
he pushes us to our limits.
All right, so let's just say tough. It's a good
tough,
word for him.
yeah.
How about for you? A word that describes him?
Man, tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he
that's
talk a lot of trying. But he's a cool dude,
But
man. He make sure we work, make sure we.
If there's one thing I know about Brandon Dodson and watching him play and being around him, he's going to make you work. And when he's doing that, I'm going to give you a little lesson. When someone stops pushing you and talking about you, you know what that means?
Stop caring.
Yeah, they stop caring is right. And you've got a staff that cares about you guys. Awesome. All right. Friday night, after you wave hi to mom and take care of all your – what are you listening to get you hyped up for the Canfield Cardinal game?
Walk On by NBA Youngboy. You know that song? They go like, she said, hey to me, I said, why on? You know that song?
You want to sing it? We can get Quinn to cue that up here. I might be a lot off track. Does that get you hyped up?
Yeah, I don't think it get me hyped up. I'm like a more chill guy before the game. Like I like just cooling down.
All right, after school, like what's your routine after school? Kind of mellow, hang out? You stay to yourself a lot, or do you hang out with everybody else?
I'm either with my guys right here, or I'm just going straight to the locker room.
These guys right here are fantastic. I enjoy being around this crew every week. What are you listening to? Lyman got to listen to something different. Here's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for some country, no? All right, what are you listening to?
I listen to my Spanish music.
Spanish music?
Yeah.
I could take that.
Yeah.
Quinn, what do you think? We can accept Spanish music, no doubt. Favorite college football team? Ohio State. They got a pretty good football team. Mr. Harrison at wide receiver, pretty good. So is that one you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Favorite?
O State.
You better road runner out there.
There you go. I can see you blocking. You're big enough to block for O State. We have a favorite pro football team.
Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions.
Yeah, they all laugh. We're gonna surprise a few people this year.
Who are you surprising?
Everybody. We're gonna get that
Okay,
wild card.
that's a good answer. The good young team have had good draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
Pro?
I'm a Panthers fan.
Baker Mayfield.
Nah, just Panthers fan.
Oh, you're not going to go Baker Mayfield? Panthers fan. Okay, Chaney High School, senior year. Obviously, the coaches do a great job of taking care of you guys. A shout out to a teacher you want to thank and say hello to.
Shout out to Miss Faison.
Shout out to you. Thanks for all you do for the Cowboy athletes. How about for you?
Shout out Coach Cobb.
Coach Cobb. I love it. Coach Cobb is my nephew. So shout out to Coach Cobb, no doubt, for all he does for Chaney football. With these guys, player profile Friday night here, or Thursday night from Hackett's. Come on out next week. We'll have another show. The keys for both of you, what's the biggest thing you need to do from a defensive standpoint to slow Canfield down?
They a physical team. I feel like we got to match their physicality. And then make sure the DB is doing their job. Everybody do their job.
Physicality is key for you. From an O-line standpoint, is that it for you, physicality?
No, I feel like we got to play more up-key, more tempo.
All right, well, the offensive coordinator is Coach Antrim. He calls the plays. All right, Coach Antrim, up-tempo, speed it up a little bit. Let's get the game going fast. See, I could get my props in. Me and him are pretty tight. So speed it up a little bit, get the game going fast. With LeBron Donlow and Rolando Bruno, player profiles as seniors, role models. Everybody has them. It seems like you two come from great families. When you're down in the dumps, who's the go-to for you?
Probably my friends right here.
That's I do this every week. That's the best answer I can get. Why is that?
Because I feel like comfortable around them. Like I feel like my mom them, I can talk to them too, but I feel like they way older. I feel like I need to be around someone I've been through stuff with. Like I feel like I've been through stuff with my friends.
That's an answer. You've been through with this group as seniors on the practice field, in school, through COVID, through all those. That's a great answer. How about for you? I
said my oldest brother.
Okay. Shout out to your oldest brother as the role model. No doubt they'll be prepared to play Canfield. There's no doubt it's going to be a great football game. We'll have it for you on ysnlive.com. Last one, senior year. Can't get to 5-0 unless you beat the Canfield Cardinals. How do you want this football season to end for you as a senior?
I want to say state championship. I play everybody.
Okay. Well, let's go week 5. Try to get a win, make the playoffs. I know everybody talks about, but I do a lot of these. I'm around your group a lot. This is a talented enough football team to no doubt get to a state championship, so that's a great answer. How about for you? How do you want it to go?
I want to end with a ring.
A ring?
Yeah.
Rings are nice to wear, no doubt about it. Again, Chaney Nation, you got 2 good ones right here. They will be at it Friday night, Rand Stadium against the Canfield Cardinals. We'll have it for you on ysnlive.com. Cannot thank Dan Hackett and all they do at Hackett's every Thursday night to feed these kids and take care of them the way they do. Big game, West Side. They need you to get out and support them. I'm putting the challenge on next week. We need to see everybody here at Hackett's on Thursday night. Thanks. Have a good night, everybody.